Good day, everybody, and happy Thursday. I'm coming to you. Well, I was about to say live. No, I'm not live. I'm actually recording this. Remember that commercial for those of you who are about my age? Oh, it's not live. It's Memorex. I remember that commercial. I am coming to you from Austin, Texas, and this is the last day here. I will be leaving sometime tomorrow or Saturday. I probably won't leave Saturday. I'm thinking of leaving tomorrow, mainly so I can. Excuse me. I will bring you down a little bit. Motley just decided to sit right behind the camera. It is. So yeah, in the next couple days anyway. I was feeling pretty good. I didn't, Molly, honey, you're just moving it all over the place. He's wanting to chew on a little bone or something, and that's all we want to do is hear that up against the metal. That would be lovely for everybody to have to listen to. I don't think so. May have to stop this. Who knows? Anyway, the weather is very, very, very overcast. It's rained. It's drizzly. It's foggy. And misty, hence my name. Not too chilly at all. It's really nice, but it is, really foggy and kind of muggy, smelly, kind of, that kind of smell of when it's just really, really humid, and then it's just taking all the smells everywhere and pulling them out around my nose. So the lighting is kind of difficult. I have this light on with the fan on, and because there is no way to separate the two. I've been in this place twice now, and I cannot figure out. It took me forever to figure out how to turn the dang thing on, or finally found the right remote. And it does have a light button. This is for light, but they're both together, like the light and the. So I'm going to have to freeze a little bit to keep that light on. Let's talk about whips. So, yes, I have more whips. I tell you, you're going to see so many things, and because I am planning on I'm either going to frog them and get rid of the the project and put the yarn back. Owie, 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 honey. Or I will move forward with it. So what I have for you today, I'm going to move and put this right in front of this. Can't you move back a little bit so you're not hitting the tripod and moving everybody all the way around? Gosh. Okay, this is my t-shirt pattern, my V-neck t-shirt pattern. I have another one at home that is finished. I recorded some of the pattern already on video, and but I brought this with me because I wanted to finish it. It's not going to get finished. I'm just taking it back home, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. It is something I started quite a while ago, and I made it in, or making it in, Premier Hipster Cotton, and this particular colorway is called, I just looked it up and ordered some more. Well, what's it called, Misty? What's it called? It is just flown out of my brain. Oh my gosh, it was just right there. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's in the pinks and, the pinks, purple. Got a little bit of a pinky coral there. And some white. Well, not true white. It's more of like a very light lilac or lavender. This is for one side. This is for the other side. And I really like V-necks. I don't like much around my neck. I don't like anything turtlenecky. I don't like anything, like chokers much, even though I like the look of it. And I don't like my t-shirts or tank tops, for that matter, to go up too high. And so I wanted just kind of a basic V-neck. And I was going to make this with a little cap sleeve here. This is actually, I've lost some weight since I was making this, and so this is going to be actually pretty big on me. So what's nice though is I haven't made the back piece. So um, even though it won't be exactly the way the pattern is supposed to be, I'll make a smaller back piece in this, and I will seam it a little bit, a little bit further. Instead of this down the side seams, it'll kind of go back around a little bit more. I love this yarn. It's a really nice yarn. I've made a lot of different things with it. They've got some beautiful colorways. The only beef I have, and this is just from a design perspective, this is my issue with the design, is that I am not a fan of horizontal striping on me anyway. I just don't like it. I've already got a large enough chest and midsection, even though it's coming off. I'm so proud of myself. Now the trick is just to keep it off. But I just think it makes a person look whiter, or especially me anyway. And now I know there's no rules of any kind. It's also something I kind of grew up with. I love vertical striping, and I don't think you see that much anymore. I think everything's kind of got that chunky horizontal stripe. And I do have a pattern that is actually taking the stripes vertical. I don't know. Let's see here. What do you think? Do you like the vertical striping better? Like this? Do you like the vertical striping? Mosh, matzo ball. Oh, this is just lovely, my dear. We went from cuddling the camera in the back, chewing on the bone. We're now abandoning it. We're tired because I've played with him, and we've gone out. We've eaten. Now it's time for our morning nap. To right down here on my lap, covering all the yarn balls and everything. Oh, well, let's see here. Sorry to keep moving you around. It's all about me and the content, though, isn't it? That's what you came for. You can put up with a little bit of nonsense. Anyway, vertical or horizontal? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Now, when it's finished, I will put it on and model it for you and then give you a little bit further view. But anyway, I'm going to since I've got this fan on above me to kind of keep it from being so damp in here and smelly, I am going to be a little chilled, so I'm going to put this on. Here we go. That's so graceful. I'm so graceful. Whew, okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So there's what I'm working on. I haven't even named it either. It's just something I've been working on. And I think the next one will be done in, well, I think I would like to do the V like I did here, because I think this worked really well, really nice. But I'm going to, I want a bamboo, and I want something with a little bit denser of a fabric. But here I will show you that it's just a regular V stitch, very simple. And then I did not want a complete V. I wanted a rounded V. So if you kind of look this way, oops, I'm sorry. Kind of, this is what it's going to be. It's going to look like. It's got a couple stitches in the middle. So those are exact middle here. And so it's kind of got that rounded V. Now, you could put a tank top that's got a, straight here to give a little peekaboo look, or whatever. All of my tank tops are, hug me pretty tight, except for this one, that are bamboo and nice and cool. And I've got, unfortunately, I don't have very many colors. I have a blue, which I cannot find for the life of me, and I love it with this this kimono. But I just really have gray, black, and that blue one. So I'm going to work on that when I get home, but I've got, of course, other things more pressing that I need to work on. And so there that is. There that is. What are you guys drinking today? Are you coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, hot, cold, the other? This is a pretty strong, really strong, quite strong apple cider vinegar. It had ice, but the ice is melted. So apple cider vinegar and water. I like apple cider vinegar in sparkling mineral water, but I drink all the mineral water, and so. The coffee I had yesterday, I think, gave me a little heartburn. So I was having some heartburn last night. So I had a pretty good, pretty good cup of this, and so I'm drinking that this morning and staying away from my coffee. Well, I have none, and I'm not going to make any. I'm not going to go anywhere to get any. And it's strong and probably would drive a lot of people nuts. But when it's watered down, when it's watered down too much, like if you just put a little bit in, it bothers me. It's kind of icky. But when it's got the real tart, then I'm okay with it. And they make, Bragg's makes an apple cider vinegar kind of drink, but it's got sugar in it, or it's got honey in it, and obviously I can't do that. So, when I was here in Austin last time, I was working on a cardigan, and I crocheted all on the plane ride home too. I was sitting with some of the most interesting people, and I am crocheting with a 5. This is a 5, right? Yeah, I finally found my other 5, and it was in this cute little bag. I love this cute little bag. This is from someone I got off of Etsy a couple years ago, and I love her bags. And there's prints and fabrics that you can find in other countries that you just don't see here. More unique ones, and this is one of them. This is the Beatrix Potter print, and Terry of Yarn Joy podcast actually just made a Peter Rabbit, and she bought a couple of books, but I should take a picture of this and show her, but I already accidentally pulled one of the, but she puts little charms on everything. Okay, let's right there, and see, there's charms. She's got rabbits and there you can kind of see the print. And really, the main thing I was drawn to with her is that well, first of all, when I bought the first order from her. Oh, good, she's got a tag in here so I can tell you. Clara Rose Crafts. Clara Rose Crafts. And she's on Etsy. They're very reasonable, $30, $35, $45 for the big one. They're all lined. You can decide whether you want a pocket, whether you don't want a pocket, if you want handles, if you don't want handles, or if you just want a drawstring. There's like I said, the other one came out, and so you have one on one side, one on the other, and you just pull them. I have learned that I love just the plain drawstrings, but I just love this this pattern, and this is nice and small for a small project. So I am making it in Nubu. So if you guys remember my rant about Nubu, I actually have it right here. And I thought this is salmon, but I thought I would go ahead and tell you. See, it even says sustainable stitching right here because 100% lyocell. And so for those of you who want to know how to spell it and everything, I'm going to just put it right up there. 100% lyocell. And I think it's the lighting in here. That's why everything's kind of fuzzy, and it is kind of just muggy. So, but anyway, salmon. And 157 yards, 144 meters, 85 grams, 3 ounces. And this is something that you do want to kind of just gentle and I put it on the gentle cycle. But for most of the stuff I do, especially that I create, especially if it's a garment, I pretty much just hand wash it. If it's for my granddaughter, it just goes in the washer and dryer. I don't know if I made anything from bamboo for her. I don't think I have. It's all been cotton for the most part. I wanted to look to see where this was. You know, the writing is so freaking small. I wanted to see if this was from China. This is manufactured in China. And, yes, it is. So, I was right on that one. Anyway, can't get it anymore, sorry. I don't know if they're going to bring, they're not going to bring it back because it's discontinued and it wasn't even on clearance that I know of. I would have bought every single color in bulk. So here is, I'm making the back side first. And this is a very, very oversized. I made it too big even initially, but now that I'm losing weight, it's really going to be big. So, but you know, no worries because I like to design size inclusive. So, and this is so this will be kind of nice. Anyway, I think that the color here is just beautiful. See that? See that stitch pattern here, or the stitching? I mean, not the stitch pattern, but the stitching, and how just beautiful. You know, I should wait to record when I get home. It's just I don't have that much privacy often. Sunday maybe I do, but I do have my lights and everything in my backdrop there. But I will just kind of show this to you. This is what I was working on here. I've got I originally was, did I do slip stitch? No, I didn't. I think I did. You can easily do a slip stitch ribbing with the slicker yarns like this. And I wanted kind of a nice chunky ribbing, but there you go. And didn't see how nice that is. Now this will need to be steamed. It's got kind of it's been folded, and I realized I should have rolled it. So after I opened it up and I rolled it back in there. And this, excuse me, I'm swallowing air or something. But yeah, really like this and I'm hoping I have enough salmon. I think Hirschner's had salmon, and I've got about 6 or something in, or 10. Maybe I should get 10. Not just to finish this one, but I don't know how much I have at home of this color. So I really need to, when I get home, kind of look at all my Nubu and see what I have. And I know I've got colors that you just can't find right now. I have some beautiful blues. When I first started, when this first came out, but I think about a couple years ago, and I had some extra money, I kind of went a little crazy on Nubu. I didn't buy like tons and tons and tons, but when I bought several colors just to kind of play around with it. I was always surprised that with this, you know, Lion Brand only, they didn't have very many, and not very many bright colors. They had a whole bunch of muted blues, and they were beautiful, and most of the color palette was blues, and then this was like the brightest, I think, that they had, but there was a pale pink and a pale tan and cream, and anyhow, there it is. And so I do need, this needs to be, this does need to be worked on, but it's, you know, in a long line of things. And now that we're going into summer, I have other things I could wear anyhow that will be perfect transitioning from summer to fall. I'll get that finished. And then, you know, well, I'm gonna have to just leave that there. And then, of course, I started something new. And the reason I started something new, oh, yesterday, last night anyway, was because I was watching, and watching Franny Square, and I was watching all of her new videos on some wigs wig try-ons that she had, and which are fun if you're interested in anything like that. She does wigs. And so I was kind of looking at all that, but I wanted to look at the sweater that she did using rectangles. And I've never made a sleeve that I know of. I've never made a sleeve out of a rectangled granny. So I thought it would be fun to do that, and I needed something a little different. I was kind of bored with what I was doing. I've been really crocheting so much, my wrist is hurting, so I had to be careful. I needed something, kind of smooth. And especially, I think it really hurt it on the basket that I was working on, the Easter basket I was working on. When you put two cotton, thick yarns, or when you put two cotton yarns together, it can kind of hurt. So I'm using a 5. I think you can go all the way to a 6. I think for a lacier fabric, I would have probably even liked it better. But it's just a plain granny square. And this is a micro acrylic or mini acrylic. They call it a micro acrylic, premium acrylic, and it is, I don't know, where did I get this? I'm trying to remember. I've got several of them. Did I get it from, no I didn't. I got it, I think, from Little Knits. Anyhow, it's a very pale pink peachy color. It's really, yeah, it's more on the peach. It's more peach. But it's extremely soft. Now it's got, it's definitely acrylic, and it's got a little halo. I was really shocked when I felt it because there's not very many acrylics that I like. This is just butter soft, but not like, feels like butter. Nothing like that. That's more of a polyester or fleecy feel. This, it feels like it's got a little cotton in it. This is a number 2. So you can kind of see that up there, number 2. And this is going to be a sleeve. I'm going to do a peekaboo. I'm going to do a cold shoulder here. And then I wanted a long sleeve, but what I'm going to do is I kind of want a loose fitting. So I may not get the opportunity to put the kind of cuff I want on here because I should have maybe made this a little shorter. This is 20, is it 20? Yeah. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11 clusters long, which I believe it was 20 chains. And it'll be kind of baggy down here, which is what I wanted. But I've got quite a bit more to go around the underarm here. So it'll end up growing probably all the way down here. And so what I might do is, what I was wanting to do is kind of, not a frayed, not a bell sleeve necessarily, but an eyelet lace around the end. So not a cuff necessarily, not a tight cuff or any ribbing or anything like that. I wanted it, kind of lacy. And so that's what I kind of played around with last night. It was just really easy, and this is mindless and lovely. I really had fun doing it, and I forgot how much I love doing this. In fact, this yarn, if I can ever find it again, this would make lovely baby blankets. And I was thinking how fun it would be to do the rectangle with the 2 granny squares, or, you know, depending on how big you make it. But like, you could continue to grow this, and it would be just the way it is, whether you change colors or not, and keep going and going and going, and make a blanket this way. And I think it's lovely. And there's just so many different things you can do with this. And I love seeing grannies incorporated in different, I'm going really low in my voice, which I shouldn't. You guys need to hear me. Anyway, that's kind of what I did last night. So I don't know what I'm going to end up working on today, honestly. I think I probably ought to give my wrist a rest, especially if I'm driving. I think I'm kind of done with a lot of things. I have a couple hair ties maybe I'll do. That basket is just going to have to wait because it really hurt my wrist. It's a cotton combined with a microacrylic, and this microacrylic is, you know, not very soft. So, you know, so anyway, it just is kind of trying to get it tight, and it's not, obviously it's not the size I want it to be either, because I'm putting 2 DKs together. So anyway, I'm looking over there because it's over here. Do you want to see it? Well, let me show it to you. If I can not disturb the motley. So this is Crochet Crowd's little bunny basket. And again, Terry from Yarn Joy podcast did a tutorial on this, and it's just cute. And if I had my computer and everything, I'd put a picture over here like she does. But so I decided to make one while I was here, but I didn't bring any of my number 4 weights, and I had these. So there's I'm using the cotton. This is I have a lot stashed up in my closet of all the different colors of, it's on the floor, but yeah, isn't that Lion Brand ice cream cotton yarn? And this is in the brown. I thought it would make a really cute bear and everything, and it probably would, but it really has a lot of give, and so I was just this is, yeah, so 100% microfiber acrylic. So it's like a microfiber acrylic. So anyway, it's not the easiest thing on my hands. So this is definitely going to be a little mini basket. I was going to, you know, make the ears and everything, but you know, it would be cute this size. It really would. But I kind of wanted the big one, so I don't know what I'll do. I think eventually I'll what I'll do is just use it for a plant cozy. I like to put these around some of my pots because they kind of keep them warm and decorate some of my uglier looking pots or my old pots. So that's sometimes what I like to do. But I do like the striping, and I like the looks of it. I mean, I could do anything with this, you know, quite frankly, even make a top for it. But I think I'll go up high enough to where I can fold it down a little bit, and at least have that rim. And then maybe I'll think then whether I want to put a bunny on it or not. I kind of think I'm just going to finish the basket as is. All right, so, you know, please tell me what you guys are working on. Are you doing anything for Easter coming up? You know, whether you celebrate it or not, you know. Sometimes, you know, it's interesting. I think sometimes we craft during the seasons, and I know that sometimes it'll be an afterthought or right before the holiday will hit or something. I'm not as on the ball as I would like to be sometimes. A couple years ago, I was really on the ball with fall, for instance, because I knew that, you know, you could go shopping earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier for your fall decor. and fall things. And so a couple years ago, I designed a whole bunch of washcloths and pumpkins and coasters. And I was making those at the end of July and August, and had all, everything done and beautiful. I took beautiful pictures and everything. I really did a good job. So that's something I need to be aware of this year. Is, okay, Misty, in July we need to start, I know there's Christmas in July, but I would like to do a couple July and Christmas and July things, because it'll give me a jump start for Christmas. But that's when, towards the end of July, I really need to focus on fall, because I don't have anything. In fact, I don't have any of the I gave all my pumpkins away from that year, and I made I think 2 new pumpkins this last year. I didn't hardly make anything for fall. It was not a pleasant time for me. Okay, well, there I am. Take some time for yourself. It's a good day to craft and make and share with your furry friends if you've got them. Hey, if you guys have got some pets, tell me down in the comments what kind of pets you have. I would love to know if any of you have pets. I just think that they're the most amazing things in the world. I do. They keep me going. They keep me young, that's for sure. They keep me mobile. Otherwise, sometimes I think I just get sad and depressed and sit on the couch all the time. But right now they're taking their naps, and one's just laying down right here on me. So I can't really put much away. Well, I've already started to pack a little bit, and I've cleaned. I took the trash out, and I think I'm going to sit here with my drink and just look out at the muggy out of doors. It stopped raining, but it sure is dark. I can't believe how dark it is. So, I will, here, I'll try to move you so you can, I don't know. Can you see how dark it is now? You can, well, I've got all the lights inside on, so I think that's why, it's a little easier. It looks a little bit lighter. It looks much lighter in the camera than it actually does. Anyhow.